Hey, welcome to the grant writing class week 1. I wanted to spend a few minutes to go over the course just to make sure that everybody's aware of what this course is about and what you can expect. There are a number of different assignments that you'll be doing, not the least of which is the discussion board questions each week. So hopefully you've already answered the discussion question for yourself, but and you need to do that by midweek because you also need to respond to two other of the posts, at least two of the other posts. Some people respond to all of them, and that's great, but you need to respond to at least two of the other posts in an intelligent way. So do the discussion board, cite your references, make it thoughtful. Um, really think about those discussion board questions because they are 25% of the grade. The research project that you're going to be doing for next week, and we'll talk a whole lot more about how you do research, but the research project is based on two things. What organization are you representing? And you need to know that for this whole class because you're going to be making phone calls based on that. You're going to be writing letters based on that. You're going to be writing your proposal based on what foundation are you representing. It can be a real foundation. It can be one that you work for. It can be one that you made up. It can be one that you dream about. But you need to know who you're representing for this course. And of course, the letters will be to me and the proposals will be to me, but I will act like I'm the funder. I will act like I'm the foundation or the government source, whoever you're sending that to. So you need to know who you're representing and you need to know what you're asking money for. So spend some time this week thinking about that. And if you only know a little bit about, say, you're wanting to represent a pregnancy center, but only know a little bit about a pregnancy center. You might need to spend some time, online or in person visiting a pregnancy center to understand more of what they do, what they go through, what funding needs they might have, because you need to know that for your funding research project. Who you are and what funding need that you have will help you determine, what source of funding would best fit you. Whether that's a foundation or a governmental or a corporate, and then specifically what foundation or government agency or corporation might be your best fit, your specific best fit. Who you might want to send a pre-proposal letter to, a letter of inquiry, or send the proposal to eventually. So, so next week you're going to do that funding research project. Also next week you'll make a phone call to me, and you'll tell me what foundation or government source or corporation you want me to be, and then you'll call me and you'll see if you'll through that phone call see if it's a good fit, whether you should send a proposal to me or not, whether I'm asking you to send a proposal or not. And that phone call doesn't have to be to the foundation or corporation or government agency that you ultimately send a proposal to at the end of the course, but you'll probably determine who you want me to act like through your research. So the research project's next week. The phone call that you'll arrange and do with me is next week. The pre-proposal letter is week 3. You'll write a letter to a foundation or to the government source or to the corporation. Those are often called letters of inquiry. It will briefly state the case for your funding need, and it will inquire as to whether or not it would be appropriate for them to send for you to send a full proposal. And then in weeks 4 and 5, you'll be working on the proposal. If you happen to get that done by the end of week 4, you can submit it. If not, it's due in week 5. You need you need to save enough time in week 5 because I need to get the proposal and then I need to respond to you saying you got the grant or you didn't get the grant. Because the final thing that you do is a post-award letter. And so that post-award letter is thanking me, the funder, for the grant, or thanking me, the funder, for the opportunity to have submitted and asking for feedback so that you can do a better job next time. It's important to do what we call stewardship. Whether or not you get the funds or don't get the funds, it's always important to follow up with the funder and thank them for the opportunity, if not for the money. We'll talk more about that in the weeks to come. This has just been a quick overview. If you have any questions about what to expect or have any other questions that this brought up, feel free to ask. Send me an email. Talk to you later. Bye.